Just a heads up, when the dancers are coming on.
All right, if everybody could please take their seats, we're going to get started. And parents, guardians, family members, and faculty viewing our ceremony today, please join me in welcoming our WMS 8th grade class of 2024. Thank you, and eighth graders, please be seated. Good morning, parents, guardians, faculty, friends, and our eighth grade students. I'm Mark Ito, I'm the principal here at Wellesley Middle School, and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the completion assembly of our Wellesley Middle School class of 2024. With a total of 917 students school-wide and 307 students in eighth grade this year, we continue to be one of the largest middle schools in the state of Massachusetts. Typically, our size allows us to provide our students right from the very start with a rich academic experience and many extracurricular opportunities. However, the COVID-19 pandemic, which impacted your arrival at WMS, challenged our ability to deliver these opportunities to you. You are still expected to wear masks, adhere to social distancing, and not yet assemble in large groups. It was this lack of normalcy that became the defining start of our time together. You had spent more time apart at the end of your elementary school years, and suddenly you were thrust into a school of nearly 1,000 students. So many people wanted to return to routine conditions, and developmentally, many of you were just not ready, and at no fault of yours. School had changed, and our community needed to respond and be different. We needed to relook at how you interacted and what it meant to belong in school. When I think of my own middle school experience, I'll share with you some stories of belonging. I was fortunate to have a good student, I happened to be a good student, acknowledged by both my teachers and my classmates. I was in our student council, played on multiple sports teams, and did well academically. I was active, had friends, and I loved school. Life seemed pretty good. If I had an Instagram site, this is what it might look like. All right, so I do want to point a few things out to you. And for the students, I did go to school when color photos were invented. These just happened to be in black and white, okay? I'm not that old. So I was lucky to be in the Castro Hall of Fame, which meant that I was sort of voted best at something. And although in front of 1,000 people, I'm not gonna say what that was, I will say that it was not best hair for sure, okay? I also wanted to mention too that I did play sports, and it was sort of a defining part of my middle school, and I know for you guys it probably is too as well. But you'll notice here that the coach is talking to the bench, and there's one person not paying attention, and that would be me right here, and it secured my place here on the bench in the lineup. The other is me down here playing football. You can see that my blocking fullbacks were blocking left, and I was running right, which I think was not, the next picture was not so good. But anyway, this was me in middle school. I share that with you, and I really did love middle school. But underneath the surface, I had some hard times too. Actually, I'm gonna go back to that. I had some hard times too. I had an experience of being bullied in middle school. And to this day, I can remember how my bully would ride by my house on his bike just to intimidate me, how he would push my head into a water fountain while drinking to prove his brute force, and how once he punched me in the stomach, which truthfully in hindsight was probably not as bad as I thought. And although I've moved on, I can remember all of it so clearly. His name, what he looked like, and where I was when those moments happened. I can somewhat make light of it now, but it is so real when you're in it, and I can say it felt like it would never end. I know some of you experienced hardships of some kind too, and that some of those things have made middle school feel like the last place that you want to be. And I want you to know that I understand. Middle school's tough. But I remember too my friends and teachers who did their best to make me feel connected to something greater than myself. Although every minute was not joy, somehow the good outweighed the bad. The pictures I share with you here are not fake, they just don't tell the whole story. My happiness emerged not from what is portrayed here, but the people you don't see that were kind and friendly and empathetic towards me. It was the people who respected my authentic self that made me feel that I was part of a community. That's what made the difference, and that's the benefit of what it means to be together. So when you leave Wellesley Middle School for high school, do not underestimate the meaning of what your actions mean towards others. When you stopped actively thinking about advisory and second step and seed lessons and assemblies about conduct, please know that the takeaway was always in the spirit of creating a community for you in which you feel that you belonged.
I hope we have given you the tools and the mindset to create a strong foundation. You will hold the responsibility of caring for each other in this world long after your experience here at Wellesley Middle School. I guarantee that you will be stronger together than alone. So in celebration of your time at Wellesley Middle School, I thank you for the joy that you have brought me during your time here. You have adjusted, persevered, become stronger and more resilient, and you have made significant progress over these past 3 years. You have grown, and you are not the same as when you arrived. You represent the very best of what we stand for, and I am so very, very, very proud of you today. It's been a privilege to serve as your principal. Enjoy this assembly and all its meaning. Be present in this moment as we come together to honor you on this very special day. Thank you. All right, throughout this ceremony, advisory teachers will read the names of our departing students. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing for the entire advisory. At WMS, we place value on our community, not just the individual, so we ask that you respect your classmates by applauding for the entire advisory upon completion of all the names. I would now like to invite to the stage Mr. Dave Adams, who will introduce the jazz band, and Advisory 227, Ms. Harmony Johnson, on behalf of Ms. Janice Michaud and Ms. Ashley Tarnaskis, and Advisory 105, Ms. Santilli, along with on behalf of Ms. Allison Rogers and Mr. Jonathan Walks.
Good morning. Congratulations to the following 8th graders of the middle school jazz band. Nova Charney, Jack Arbit Engels, Devin Kiernan, Wyatt Jaffe, Gabriel DuPont, Cole Delgado, Tecumseh Sadashiv, Sophia Newman, Nathaniel Cody, Aaron Weinstock, Peter Livingston, and Quinn Sauve. Please give these students a round of applause.
Good morning. I'm Harmony Johnson. This is Advisory 227. You guys ready? You're ready. Charlie Ahonen, Augustina Preya, Thomas Asali, Jake Balter, Will Barrett, Penny Kasgar, Kate Camella, Mia DeProspo, Jeffrey Fermanic, Chittum James Eloquaci, John Kendall, Eliza Lazarino, Peyton Mayo, Brody Morales, Aaliyah Nissenbaum, Luke Phelps, Bria Small, Noya Yahiev. Congratulations.
It's my pleasure to introduce graduating class 2024 from Advisory 105. Jenna Adams, Mariana Deeb, Victoria Dudler, Jake Dunn, Nayla Eileen, Tate Gearhart, Jaden Siciliano Jimenez, Cameron Shaw, Molly Goldberg, Julia Hartz, Dahlia Kasim, Cedric Lopes, Thomas McDonnell, Colton Nichols, Abel Paulos, Jade Rosario, Andrew Shirley, Kira Torrijos, Elisa Toussaint, Congratulations, guys.
Phone? Somebody's phone. All right, throughout this assembly, I'll be sharing with you video clips from some of our staff who could not be in the assembly today, but wanted to send a message to all of you. So here's our first set of clips.
Eighth graders, you made it. Good luck in the future.
Hey everyone, Mr. Benowitz here. I know the 8th grade teachers in the audience take all the credit for getting you to where you are. Just kidding. But we 6th grade teachers who saw you into the building and grow up so much in the last few years are also extremely proud of you and wish you the best of luck. As you go to the high school, stay in touch, come back and visit us, and you are awesome. Congratulations.
Have a great summer.
Congratulations, class of 2024.
It's been an honor and a privilege to be your teacher.
Best of luck in high school.
Congratulations, 8th graders. Have a great summer.
Wishing you the best. Congratulations, and have a great time in high school.
All right, that's for you. During this ceremony, you will hear from your classmates about their time spent at Wellesley Middle School. After reading a number of submissions, 2 student speakers were selected by teachers from our Wellesley Middle School English department. I would now like to introduce our first selected student speaker, Julia Healy.
Good morning, and congratulations on making it to the completion of 8th grade. I remember my first day of the 6th grade. I felt a myriad of emotions. I felt so overwhelmed, excited, and anxious that I forgot the meaning of simple directions. I walked around confused until I had to ask the same person 3 times for directions to class. I was then escorted to class by a Good Samaritan, a teacher, well experienced in the woes of 6th graders. At that time, I remember feeling so disoriented and lost that I nearly gave up hope of ever knowing my way around the building. 3 years later, I am happy to report that I now know my way to Spanish class. I share this story not only to show how people can develop and mature over time, but also to point out how invested the teachers here at WMS are in their students' well-being. In my 3 years at Wellesley Middle School, I have never met a teacher that didn't make an impact on me. Each one not only taught students, but also cared for students. Every student was able to mature and grow during their time at WMS, and each choice and decision impacted their future. Middle school can be a time of embarrassment for some, like me, roaming the halls of the middle school mindlessly, but it also can be a time of growth and opportunity. We were taught to lead with self-esteem and confidence. If you are listening to this right now thinking, I could never stand in front of that many people, I want you to know that you can change drastically over the course of a few years. 2 years ago, I would have broken down crying if I had been asked to speak in front of so many people. But I, among others, grew, matured, and gained confidence. So, if the same girl who would shake when she had to answer questions in class is confident enough to read this speech, then so are you. Think back to our first year at WMS during the pandemic, when we had to separate ourselves from our peers. We experienced hardships, such as sitting on stiff buckets during lunch and having to sanitize our hands at every moment. Although these experiences were unpleasant, they were not insurmountable, and it was part of our middle school experience. In time, we acclimated to our environment and overcame our adversities. We even mastered our growth mindsets. When masks were mandatory, we had trouble socially engaging because masks were like a barrier for connecting in an in-depth manner with our peers. However, we didn't lose hope and strived forward. We worked hard and made it to 8th grade graduation, which may not seem like a huge milestone to some, but it is a stepping stone for the amazing events to come. As we leave 8th grade, I want to acknowledge that our maturity would be nothing without the uplifting role models and validation we received freely from teachers at WMS. Even after each school year was over, students still felt included and seen, with even just a simple hand gesture or smile given by our past teachers and staff. The teachers here at WMS perfectly modeled the empathy and compassion that they taught in class. They cheered us on and gave us the strength to work through hard things. Even when we made a mistake, stumbled over our words, or failed to participate, they would be there to lead and support us through our journey of becoming ourselves. Incoming 8th graders and younger students, I hope to see you up here one day. And teachers, I hope you continue to encourage and motivate your students the way you did for me. Thank you. Congratulations again on completing middle school.
Thank you so much. You did an excellent job, all right? So congratulations. I'd now like to invite to the stage our other two advisories from Team W. Advisory 229, Ms. Kate Taylor on behalf of Adam Blummer and Mr. Bill Kraft, and Advisory 231, Mr. Andy Crow on behalf of Mr. Nuri Barlas.
Good morning, all. I'm Kate Taylor, and this is Advisory 229. Helen Bargnano, Lana Betley, Lillian Jane Birmingham, Taylor Benavides, Cole Young, Charlie Carlson, Atu Dereje, Dylan Kennedy, Evelyn Krug, Serena Liu, Justin Laura, Madison Liu, Kate Riley, Ella Vishniak, Cooper Walsh, and Zeke Walton. Congratulations, guys.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Crow, and on behalf of myself, Mr. Barlas, and the Boston Celtics, I'm happy to present to you Advisory 231. Kiara Asali, Henry Barton, Isabella Bonifeld, Grace Cahoon, Eloise Haverkamp, Michelle Lee, Theo Martin, Kate Murillo, Stephanie Pan, Cowan Pyers, Elizabeth Rankin, Gabe Schwartzman, Emily Sebaratnam, Lila Thornton, Christian Volquez, and Javier Yee. Congratulations.
After honing their skills in grades 6, 7, and 8, students were given the opportunity to audition for a spot in this year's completion assembly. They were selected for the thoughtful meaning behind their song choices and the emotional connection they made to the interpretation of the music. Our first number, I Am Leaving, was written by Miriam Sostenes. It's a song about leaving and how it can evoke powerful emotions in those involved. This piece allows us to channel those emotions through a simple melody and comforting harmonies. Performed by the 8th grade chorus ensemble, the Overtones, cellist Madison Liu, and led by Miss Lauren Connors, please welcome to the stage the Overtones.
cry, it won't be long. I'll hold on to one sweet memory, singing songs until the dawn. Take my hand, it's getting late now. Sing a song to dry the tears. Still in dreams I will remember all that we lost through the years. I am leaving, I am leaving. Don't you cry, it won't be long. I'll hold on to one sweet memory, singing songs until the dawn. Can you still see the reflection of the stars rising high on the river at midnight? Not a cloud was in the sky. I am leaving, I am leaving. Don't you cry, it won't be long. I'll hold on to one sweet memory, singing songs until the dawn. Though it's springtime, you're still waiting. Plant the seed and watch it grow. Leave your fears, they only bind you. You will reap just what you sow. I am leaving, I am leaving. Don't you cry, it won't be long. I'll hold on to one sweet memory, singing songs until the dawn. I'll hold on to one sweet memory, singing songs until the dawn.
Welcome, you guys. Good job. And while they're settling, if we could give a round of applause again to all the overtones on the board here. I'd now like to invite to the stage our first two teachers from Team M, Advisory 206, Dr. Cynthia Peltier, Ms. Emma Dodge, and Mr. Matt Clark, Advisory 210, Mr. Rich Chute, and Ms. Katie Erickson. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Cynthia Peltier, and it is with great pleasure that I present our Advisory 206. Cam Berry, William Carroll, Noah Cho, Grace Collard, Max Fukudome, Emmy Gander, Ty Hirsch, Emily Joseph, Leah Matheson, Emma Morgan, Brennan Motasheri, Lanting Ran, Yoon Sun Roo, Tecumseh, I'm sorry, he's in the band, Hugo Shaw, Alana Stern, Sophia Sverdlova, Chris Xia, Yuxuan Zhang, and Claire Zhou. Sorry. sorry. Oh, mispronounce your name. That's okay.
Good morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to announce the Scholars of Advisory 210. Rodine Ardakani, Olivia Barry, Peyton Camella, Henry Dubé, Sophie Fang, Alex Flynn, Julia Healy, Yuna Ayakuzio, Leighton Myers, Dylan Patel, Kiara Perez Rosado, Emily Perrin, Jack Pillsbury, Frank Prawl, TJ Rior, Lauren Sau, Olivia Soleil, Ethan Soto, Grace Taylor, Yanni Topetzes, and shout out to Miss Erickson. Thank you.
All right, I want to show you another video from your teachers. Here's some congratulations from our staff.
Good luck, 8th grade.
Come back for a pass anytime.
The custodial staff would like to wish the 8th grade class of 2024 good luck next year at the high school.
Good luck and congratulations.
Good luck.
Good luck, 8th graders.
We're really proud of you.
You've learned and grown so much since the fall.
We'll miss you.
Please come back and visit.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Good luck.
In Wellesley, we have a tradition of 8th graders writing a quote that represents their legacy at Wellesley Middle School. We put them in a leather-bound book and have collected thousands of comments over the years for students to read while attending our school. This year, we've asked 9 of our students to read to you the ones that they've written. I now invite to the stage the first 5 student readers from your 8th grade class, teams W and M, Yuna Ayakuzio, Ben Mallon, Bria Small, John Kendall, and Lily Birmingham.
One thing I regret not having done at WMS, which would have benefited me as a person, is taking more risks during class, on assignments, and even with friends. Being afraid to take risks and make mistakes prevents you from reaching your full potential.
One thing I regret not having done at WMS that would have benefited me as a person, remember, only do something your future self would thank you for.
One thing I achieved while at WMS, of which I'm most proud of, is opening up more and making more friends.
As I reflect on the time I've spent at the middle school, I feel happy as sorrow with my experience at WMS because I've had all my highs and lows, but through all of them, I came out on top.
The most significant lesson I've learned through my experience at middle school is to consider all perspectives in a situation because you never know what someone else has been through. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite to the stage our remaining teachers from Team M Advisories, Advisory 216, Ms. Abby Wasserman, on behalf of Ms. Tara Dufour and Ms. Leah Fine, and Advisory 252, Ms. Kathy Longley-Cook, on behalf of Ms. Elise Chismadia and Mr. Patrick Foley.
Hello, I am Abby Wasserman, and it is my great pleasure to introduce Advisory 216. Florencia Alschwager, Lila Grace Bruno, Reese Bueller, Guanghoon Sin, Taylor Camella, Tyler Dietz, Ben Furlow, Mateo Garay, Catalina Garcia, Charlie Griffith, Cheon Im. Shui Kuo. Eliza Larson. Chase Martin. Meher Rai. Kelson Shea. Sienna Snyder. Andy Tepetsis. Rex Wang. And Catherine Yan. Congratulations.
A big congratulations from Ms. Chismadia, Mr. Foley, Mr. Kelly, and myself. We're so proud of you, 252. Seth Ahmed. Jonah Benjamin. Casey Bresnahan. Sam Cohen. Austin DiMarino. Viola Fagenholtz. Ryan Flynn. Julia Fu. Michael Hanley. Lydia Harrison. Alexander Kim. Sophia Kinrys. Ben Mallon. Asen Pan. Megan Roney. Whitney Rodzensky. Ali Sullivan. Ian Woodard. Sean Zamet. We're going to miss you.
I'd now like to introduce our second student performance. When she auditioned, she explained that her dance represents a girl chasing a butterfly, and it symbolically shows the transformation of the girl herself into a butterfly. It's how Doris felt when she arrived as a sixth grader, wanting to someday be an eighth grader and go off to high school. Now, with the opportunity here to express her journey through a dance performance entitled Butterfly, please welcome to the stage eighth grader Doris Chen. There are two categories of awards that will be given today. Every year, our faculty works hard within a process to identify students who represent the values of our school. It is my honor to present the first of these two awards. The Dottie Kelly Personal Growth Award honors an eighth grade students who have grown academically, socially, and emotionally during their time at Wellesley Middle School. These students embody the values of a growth mindset by exemplifying resiliency, grit, and/or perseverance. These students know that challenges, adversity, mistakes, and/or failures are not a permanent condition, but rather a step to greater learning. Dottie Kelly was a sixth grade teacher who died tragically during her prime. She was passionate about supporting effective effort in children every day. She continually went above and beyond, and through that persistence and courageous determination, made significant strides at Wellesley Middle School. This year, we're recognizing one student from each of our grade 8 teams. It is my pleasure to introduce to you today our Dottie Kelly Personal Growth Award winners. And when you're announced, please come to the stage. From Team W, Justin Laura. From Team M, Ushuan Zhang. From Team S, Thomas McCarthy. And from Team WMS, Alexandra Francois. Justin. These were written by your teachers, by the way, okay? Justin has grown and matured exponentially over his 3 years at Wellesley Middle School. He's a strong advocate for himself in classes and open to feedback, exemplifying a growth mindset. Justin has also developed into a class leader with consistent participation and an openness to working with and reaching out to all students. No matter what is happening around him, Justin always seems to make good choices and approach school and life with integrity. Congratulations, Justin. There you go. Congratulations, all right? Ushuan arrived at WMS from China in January of her 6th grade year. She immediately immersed herself in her classes and demonstrated an enthusiastic and driven attitude towards school overall. She has grown immensely as a reader, a writer, and a student. Ushuan is committed to her academic success, yet makes time to balance academics with extracurricular activities. She is an amazing badminton player who competes internationally. Ushuan is eager to help with new students who may need some assistance navigating our big school, and she is always outgoing and helpful to her teachers as well. Ushuan is never afraid to try new things and has a kind heart and friendly smile. Congratulations, Ushuan. There you go. Congratulations. All right, well done. Thomas McCarthy. Throughout his 3 years at WMS, Thomas has been a hardworking and dedicated student. Not only does he do what he needs to do as a student, he also goes above and beyond in extracurricular activities. Thomas is an active member of the community and willing to step up and lend a helping hand. Thomas's classmates describe him as a kind of a legend. He's a very kind and respectful to all students and faculty, recognizes and works with our students, and is a hype man who will go above and beyond to support his classmates by keeping a positive mindset and attending to their extracurricular activities. Congratulations, Thomas. Well done. There you go. Congratulations, all right? Since 6th grade, Alex has grown exponentially, demonstrating resiliency, perseverance, and grit across her school day, both socially and emotionally and academically, in ways rarely seen in a middle school student. Alex has developed self-awareness and self-advocacy skills to find success. She is not afraid to ask for help or to use the challenges that she faces as a tool for learning about herself. She is an active participant in classes, is kind and collaborative, and brings a smile and laughter to those with whom she interacts. She is also an ally to her peers, providing them with encouragement and empathy to help them to also be their best. Alex brightens the day of all those who cross her path. Congratulations, Alex. Guys, a round of applause for your award winners, all right? Nice job. All right. I'd now like to celebrate Team S students by inviting to the stage teachers from the following advisories. Advisory 103, Mr. Anthony DeChico on behalf of Mr. Bryce Shepherdson and Ms. Christina Tai, and Advisory 301, Ms. Colleen Tang and Ms. Morton.
It's been a pleasure being with the wonderful students of Advisory 103 this year. It was great getting to know everyone and definitely lots of fun. Congratulations on your completion of middle school and best of luck in the high school and the years beyond. Aaron Chan. Annabelle Chen. Maddie Coggins. Grace Duval. Jake Fang. Alex Friedman. Sam Gordon. Charlotte Kelly. Taymor Khan. Parker Lee. Peter Mahoney. Thomas McCarthy. Keon Pillay. Catherine Svedland. Kate Swenson. Izzy Tarazi. Congratulations, 103.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Morton, and Ms. Tang and I are thrilled to present to you the very playful Advisory 301.
Hathaway Bishop.
Joe Brophy.
Piper Buchanan.
Bella Chute.
Molly Collard.
Zachary Coleman.
Jack Cullinan.
Chloe Franco.
Nicholas Geldberg.
Sylvia Haddon.
Owen Keating.
Charlotte Levin.
Brendan Ling.
Aberdeen Macrosty.
Connor McCullough.
Charlie Rotella.
Maddie Tuxbury.
And Ty Valachovic.
Congratulations.
Before I do congratulations, Josh, I'm going to go off script just for a minute. I told these guys yesterday how proud I was of them for some reasons. And I think as a parent, it's important that you understand too that these guys are probably one of the best classes that have come through. They are patient, they are kind, and collectively, I just think that they're going to make a real difference. So I just wanted you to know that. Parents, you did a great job. You've got a really good group of students here, and they're going to do great through high school, I'm sure. So. All right, further congratulations from our staff.
Congratulations, 8th graders. Good luck next year.
Good luck, 8th graders. We'll miss you next year.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Wonks. I want to wish you a great first year in high school, and thank you for including me on your trip to Quebec City. It was a highlight of my year.
We're so excited for you to engage more with the world and embark on new adventures in your future ahead. Bonne chance!
I'd now like to introduce our second and final student speaker from Team W. Please welcome to the podium, Peter Livingston.
Good morning, 8th grade class of 2024. Welcome to the 9th grade. We ask for your attention as we go through this important safety video. As we travel back in time to your 6th grade version of you, it is essential that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. There are 4 emergency exits, 1 at the front and back, and 2 over the wings that allow you to make a quick escape back to reality at 9th grade. Thank you for your attention, and we appreciate you flying on WMS Air. Think back to when you first walked into this building, only knowing a few people from your elementary schools and a few others from other schools. You might have felt excited or nervous, but everyone felt one thing: anxious. You have to meet new people and make a name for yourself among friends. This was your first day of school. Here, on your last day of school at WMS, you hopefully have made new friends and separated into new friend groups and hopefully found who you are socially and academically, at least more than 6th grade. You are a new person. You are a 9th grader. Throughout middle school, I've realized that it is important to surround yourself with people who lift you up. This might mean connecting with adults in your community or making friends. However you do this, it takes courage to connect with people, and it takes courage to trust them with your thoughts and feelings. It's important to have someone, even if it is only one person, that you can talk to if you are having a bad day. While we might not love Second Step, I think that one of the messages it was trying to convey was to have people to support you as you move on through life. For me, this person in middle school was Mr. Kraft, who was always someone I could go talk to and shoot baskets in his office. Sometimes it is hard to get along with people, whether it be teachers or other classmates. When people aren't nice to you, our first reaction might be to shut down and not be nice to them in return. This, however, is not the best course of action. We should try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and maybe they are going through something difficult in their lives that we don't know about. We should show them that it doesn't bother us, and more times than not, doing so will help resolve the problem. My sister, who graduated high school 2 years ago, told me that she wished she had realized how many nice kids there were in her grade. She said that you sometimes just have to put yourself out there to create a friendship with them. However many chances you have had in middle school to do this, in high school, there will be many more opportunities to start friendships. I have tried to take advantage of opportunities that have been given to me, whether that be playing on a new soccer team, trying out for jazz band, or learning how to code. I have had people along the way that have supported me, like Coach Foley, who has been very supportive of me ever since 4th grade, Mr. Kelly, who helps me learn how to code, and Mr. Adams, who let me into the jazz band, even though I don't play an instrument you would regularly find there. I'm sure all of you have had a teacher, coach, or friend who have helped you find your place and learn in new ways. Even with these people supporting you, it can still be hard for you to fit in, but it's important to seek out support and have the courage to keep going. One of my favorite quotes is said by John Wooden: "Success is never final, failure is never fatal. It's courage that counts." No matter what you take away from middle school and this year, I want you to know that for some people, it takes courage to fly on an airplane, and it definitely takes courage to navigate middle school. You've done that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Peter. I'd now like to invite to the stage teachers from the following Team S advisories: Advisory 305, Ms. Hardwick and Ms. Lawrence, and Advisory 307, Mr. Mazzio and Ms. Kelleher.
Good morning. My name is Brooke Hardwick. On behalf of Mr. Shepherdson and Ms. Lawrence, I am honored to announce the 8th grade completion candidates from Advisory 305. Henry Aronson, Fatima Bengash, Madison D'Addario, Brooke Davies, Kieran Duddy, Abdullah Hafid, Maya Hazarika, Elsa Helgren, Owen Kilgore. Chase Lorano, Bodie McMillan, Theo Miles, Isabel Offenlock, Nico Papa, Troy Polikakos, Elon Sukenik, Emmy Svedland, Nathan Wang, Julia Yi. Congratulations.
Advisory 307. Maddie Ash, Charlotte Berry, Alara Chinar, Luke Copey, Emmett Foley, Taylor Haddad, Luke Jin, Tristan Kakarla, Elias Madkouri, Bella Mantak, Jake Murphy, Maggie Nolan, Will Nixon, John Ohabalam, Suri Razagi, Willie Siegel, Jalen Smith, and Claire Zhao. Congratulations.
I'd now like to invite to the stage the second and final four student readers for their legacy strips: Bodie McMillan, Taymor Khan, Emma and Sonia, and Kyle Watson.
The most significant lesson I've learned through my experience at middle school is that in times of darkness, it's better to light a candle than to curse that darkness.
I used to hate school, but after the pandemic, I have realized that I've made my closest friends here and learned things that will help me now and in the future.
One thing I regret not having done at WMS, which would have benefited me as a person, is reaching out to others rather than waiting for others to reach out to me.
The best advice that I can give is to fill your schedule with things you love. Play a new sport, join the school musical, find a new hobby. Regardless, make it your best effort to get more busy, because I can assure you that everything becomes more fun when your day is filled.
Our next award, the Michael Quigley Citizenship Award, honors 8th grade students who practice our values of showing respect and taking responsibility through strong citizenship, community service, and our school leadership. These students display empathy and compassion when collaborating with peers. These students continually serve as a role model within their 8th grade class and/or the school at large. Michael Quigley was born in Ireland and was a head custodian at WMS for many years. Despite his specific role of maintaining the building, he impacted everyone in the community by his gentleness and high standards. He truly represented the values of WMS. This year, we're recognizing one student from each of our teams. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our Michael Quigley Citizenship Award winners, and please come to the stage. From Team W, Ella Vishniak. From Team M, Charles Griffith. From Team S, Nova Charney, and from Team WMS, Cooper Hart. And then just stand in the order. I'll find you. All right. It's the one thing we couldn't plan. We couldn't prepare for this, right? So they didn't know. Ella embodies kindness and empathy and sincere concern for everybody she meets, both kids and adults. She's patient and approaches all situations with curiosity and an open mind. She will lend a friendly hand to anyone, academically and socially. Outside of the classroom, Ella does volunteer work and is an active member of her temple. Congratulations, Ella. Well done. There you go. Congratulations. Charles. During Charlie's time at WMS, he has been kind, caring, and inclusive. He has continuously demonstrated leadership skills throughout WMS. Charlie has worked with Best Buddies for the past 3 years and is one of the strongest buddies the program has had in years. In class, Charlie can be counted on to help his peers, contribute to class discussions, and organize group projects, and to ask the question that others in the class are thinking but may be hesitant to ask. We will miss you next year, Charlie, and congratulations. All right, there you go. Well done. Nova. Hello. Nova is an upstanding member of WMS and has consistently been a model of responsibility and leadership for her peers. It is evident that kindness and compassion led Nova with every decision she makes. Nova displays these qualities through her willingness to not only work cooperatively with peers, but serve as a role model who empowers them to be better and therefore make them a better learner. Nova's impact extends far beyond her achievements, leaving a legacy of inspiration and positivity within the WMS community. Congratulations, Nova. Well done. Congratulations, yeah. Cooper has actively participated in many communities at WMS. As a leader in the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Student Council, he organized activities and represented WMS at a DE&I conference. He has been indispensable to the stage crew, contributing to 4 productions and excelling as stage manager for Newsies and Eclipse. He is a good, supportive friend on whom peers can depend on when they need an ear. Cooper leads with compassion and empathy, and he is always authentically himself and accepts others' differences. Cooper embodies what he wrote for his legacy. Do you remember what you wrote? Somewhat, okay. That no matter what someone used to be, this is a place for change, and everyone deserves a second chance. Congratulations. All right, guys, a round of applause. Okay. Good job. Congratulations. Okay, we'd now like to celebrate Team WMS and invite to the stage teachers from the following advisories: Advisory 211, Ms. Liz Burgess and Ms. Rebecca Bluewolf, and Advisory 207, Ms. Kyle Eichner and Ms. Alex Bennett.
Congratulations to Advisory 211. Ethan Alexis. Doris Chen. Rima Demir. Kira DeKoven. Charlie Donlin. Evan Dymick. Elise Elboim. Ava Herman. Thomas Inge. Emma Insonia, Cindy Jang, Lottie Johnson, Caden Lanier, Ellie Monroe, Catherine Notari, Noah Rubenstein, Leo Tharadi, Winston Wong. Congratulations.
I'm Ms. Eichner, and on behalf of myself and Frau Bennett, we want to say congratulations to Advisory 207. Andrew Barbary, Jasiri Cash, Lily Crawford, Evelyn Derazinski, Alexandra Francois, Chase Gemsky, Walker Graham, Field Griffith, Wyatt Hamelberg, Dean Hoor, Phil Giuliano, Alyssa Lieber, Noah Nielsen, Markella Pauley, Braden Sansone, Cody Schneider, Grace Sullivan, Jocelyn Thomas, Cameron Young. Congratulations.
We'll now have the privilege of hearing from our last student performer who impressed us with his piano playing skills this year. He is one of the most endearing students here at WMS who always has a kind thing to say, but today we'll let his fingers do the talking, playing a selection that starts pensively, leads to remembrance, and end in triumph, just like his time at WMS. Without further introduction, please welcome Cole Delgado. All right, and here's our final video of congratulations to you all.
Hi, 8th graders. Thanks for 3 great years. Your reading teachers wish you all the best.
Keep on reading, and congratulations.
Congratulations!
Eighth grade. Yeah, come back and visit us. Regards from the Makerspace. Good luck next year.
Felicidades! Félicitations! 祝贺你毕业了。Ich gratuliere. Congratulations! Congratulations, 8th graders! Come visit us!
We'll now hear from our final advisories. Advisory 101, Mr. Josh Goldman and Ms. Hafsa Abdullah, and Advisory 203, Ms. Margaret Neptune and Ms. Erin Johnson.
Hello, everybody. My name's Mr. Goldman, and on behalf of Ms. Abdullah and I would like to congratulate Advisory 101 on their accomplishments. I'd like to recognize Luca Bernhardt, Avery Chase, Ashley Dimnaku, Liana Gordon, Tabby Gray, Eli Jones, Sloan Kelly Hendricks, Katie McSherry, Sophie Queen, Hayden Schenkel, Hannah Stevens, Taylor Thompson, Leah Wang, Kyle Watson, Domingo Wu, and Kevin Zhang. Congratulations.
All right, and on behalf of myself, Margaret Neptune, and Mrs. Erin Johnson, I'd like to congratulate the following students from room 203. Darren Bayulgan, Mia Bertolini, Nico Bookbinder, Michael Chen, Lucas Chen, Nolan Coyle, Dylan Crean, Vicky Dragonoff, Axel Drage, Sophie Emerson, Sophia Galatopoulos, Sawyer Gordon, Cooper Hart, Sarah Kim, Edward McGinn, Hannah Miyamoto, Brianna Yang, and Eric Zhang. Thank you.
As we complete our ceremony, I'd now like to acknowledge some people who have made a difference in our community this year. Please join me in thanking our PTO presidents, Katie Sullivan and Annie O, my assistant, Patty Chong, our WMS main office, Sue Higgins, Marie Lynch, Sammy Gradwell, Stuart Berman, and Tony Hurston, and all our PTO volunteers this year who gave their time in making our school stronger. We could not have done it without you, so
All right, I'm back. I apologize, I forgot one student. So Adam Jacobs, can you please stand up? You got the special round of applause, Adam. Good job.
All right. Also, please help me to thank the Wellesley educators in our building, our assistant principals, Kathy Gordon and Kevin Hoffman, as well as our WPS central office led by Superintendent Dr. David Lucier for their ongoing hard work and commitment to students all year. Thank you to them. Speaking of notable adults, I have seen many work so hard on your behalf. Through various opportunities and multiple capacities, many adults have worked in front and behind the scenes to make your time at WMS a special one. Please applaud your moms, dads, grandparents, guardians, teachers, counselors, school nurses, caregivers, and all the adults for all that they have done for you. Students, you can rise and you can applaud your parents right back there. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge our longtime educators who will be retiring from Wellesley Public Schools this year. Please join me in recognizing math teacher Mr. Adam Levin, school counselor Ms. Jerry Chandler, and chorus accompanist Ms. Valerie Stark. We wish you all good luck on this next chapter of your lives. For this year's slideshow, I chose 3 songs and many pictures from the fall of 2021 until now that I feel best represent our time together. So this is a 3-year project in the making. The first song is Windows by Guster. As a new teacher, I used to play Guster as a way to teach themes and extended metaphors. Today, I've decided to use it as a way to symbolically represent that when you're unsure of what's ahead, that there are many people who will support you on your journey. The second song is Belong Together by Mark Ambor. I heard it gained fame on TikTok, which I really know nothing about, but I do feel the song's lyrics convey unity and that you all too did belong together here at WMS. And the final song is Verge by Owl City and Aloe Black. It's an anthem to all of you who are about to embark on your journey to greatness. You are on the verge of the rest of your lives, and I wish you well. And remember, all of you, I believe in you very much. So without further introduction, here's your time in pictures.
Don't be scared of what you might be saying. I know sleep is friends with death, but maybe I should get some rest, 'cause I've been out here working all damn day. Blueberries and butterflies, the pretty things that greet my eyes when you call and I say I'm on my way. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Spilling wine and homemade drinks, we throw a cheers, the worries sink. Damn it, it's so good to be alive. We know that we don't got much, but then again it's just enough to always find a way for a good time. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together. This love is all we need. Oh, we've got so much. You and me, oh, you and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on.
I ain't too sure what I believe in, but I believe in what I see. And when I close my eyes, I see my whole life ahead of me. These are ours. This is our time. This is our time. These are ours. Out on the verge. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives tonight. Top of the world and we're dressed to the nines tonight. Edge of the earth and we're touching the sky tonight. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. These are ours. This is our time. These are ours. Out on the verge. Out on the verge. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives tonight. Top of the world and we're dressed to the nines tonight. Edge of the earth and we're touching the sky tonight. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. Ooh, yeah. From now on, there's no looking rest of our lives.
So in closing, from September 2021 to June 2024, you have grown and are now ready for your next step. To the departing WMS class of 2024, we wish you peace and happiness from all of us here at Wellesley Middle School. You're officially freshmen. We will now complete our ceremony, but please join me with a final round of applause. Students, please stand, and many cheers for our departing students for the future high school class of 2021.